10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Quiz Night America. My name is Jason Lederman, and with me, as always, is my co-host, my confidant, my friend and fellow bearded bald man, Cullen Shaw.
Well, hello, Jason. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm quite well. I'm not always with you. I missed last week, and I heard that the show was challenging and hilarious, and that we had a lot of fun.
We did, and I'm not saying it's explicitly because you weren't there, but since you brought it up, I will say you weren't there. We had a good time, but we missed you, of course, and we're glad that you're back.
Well, I'm glad to be back. It's good to see you. Ready? I missed it. I was watching from afar, but I couldn't enjoy it. I was hosting another event, and I just saw a lot of smiles, and I don't see smiles normally on a Tuesday from you, so. I know. It was that. Yeah. Well, you just had a better co-host last week.
You said that, not me.
All right.
I just thought it. You said it. Cullen, we have some new friends who are going to join us tonight, and so why don't we introduce the first one? I am prepared and have an introduction written. Because this guest was smart enough to prepare one for me. So let me introduce you to Katherine Grant. Hello, Katherine. Welcome to Quiz Night America. I am unable to unmute you, so you'll have to unmute yourself. There.
Hi.
There we go. Hi. Yay. Cullen, this is Katherine Grant. Let me introduce her. Katherine Grant writes Regency romance novels with smart women, sensitive men, and a healthy tablespoon of history. Her debut novel, The Ideal Countess, was a finalist in the 2020 National Indie Excellence Awards, and her next book, The Husband Plot, launches on March 19th. Let me tell you a little bit about her trivia credentials. Nearly 5 years ago, in fact, 5 years ago to the day tomorrow, Katherine came in second place on NPR's Ask Me Another. She also went to my alma mater, Northwestern University, though we didn't know each other at the time. We met a few years later, actually, at a trivia night at the Nag's Head, which is a bar in Huntington on Long Island. We're now very good friends, and I was even the videographer at her wedding. Welcome, Katherine Grant.
Thank you. I realized I wrote out Nag's Head, Long Island, as if Long Island is its own state.
Long Island is its own state, and I will fight anyone who says otherwise.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. I am so excited to hear about your next book. I loved your first book. I told you that. I tell you that all the time.
You were maybe the first person who bought it. So you're my OG fan.
I only bought it because I was only the first one to have bought it because of an error on the
My fault.
No.
I set it up wrong, but you got it.
Yes, an error from a national retail chain store. We're going to blame them. We're not going to blame you.
Okay.
But in any event, it's their fault. But I got the book, and it's wonderful. The Ideal Countess. And we will talk more about your book in a second, but we also have another guest to introduce, and I'm going to let Cullen take over.
Well, excellent. I would like to welcome to Quiz Night America my good friend, Joe Nguyen. Joe, I will pop you up on the screen now. So Joe is I saw on your bio that you won $1,000 on the quiz show Mastermind, and that you also are a 3-time champion of some other show called Jeopardy, I believe.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Yeah. So I actually didn't know. I knew about Jeopardy, and a 3-time champion on Quiz Night America today. Super excited to have you. But I did not know about your stint on Masterminds.
Yes, this was in February 2020, right before everything went to crap. I got to fly out to LA, play a little game against someone, Ken Johnings.
From Jeopardy.
Of Jeopardy fame.
Yeah.
And he kicked my butt in the final round, so I got like $1,000 for the chance to have my tail handed to me by arguably the best game show contestant ever.
We can have that argument, but I think he is.
He might be. Yeah.
Yeah, and
darn it, so close.
It happens, and I would say it happens to the best of us, but I am personally not the best of us. You are one of the very best trivia players that I know. My strategy when playing trivia is to try to get Joe on my team, and then I will put out just random thoughts that it might be. I'll wait for Joe to give the answer, and then I pretend to be very confident that that is the answer. And it works out for me. That's really my strategy for pub quiz, is to lean on the smart kid. That's what I do. And so we record this for a podcast, but I would like to point out we do have an awesome T-shirt today, although we can only see the bottom of it.
Yes.
So
in honor, yes.
Yeah, we got
Gertie.
Go ahead.
Philadelphia representing here. Philadelphia. Gertie's one of the city treasures of Philadelphia. Very new, but very much beloved. May someday run for mayor. I hope so. I'm behind every single policy that he's for.
Right. What is your favorite policy that he is for?
Oh, punching kids. Just punching kids. Allegedly punching kids.
Yeah. All right.
That's on the internet forever.
Yeah. All right. Quiz Night America.
Anyway, my favorite thing about Gritty was just when he came out and Philadelphia was like, "That's so weird, we hate it." And then anyone who wasn't in Philadelphia was like, "That's so weird, we hate it." And Philadelphia was like, "No, we love him now."
That's our weird thing.
That's
we don't
our
talk about
thing.
our weird thing.
That's right.
This is our weird thing that you cannot make fun of.
I love Gritty. I absolutely love Gritty. He is so weird in the best way. Gritty, if you want to come on Quiz Night America as a guest, we will gladly have you anytime.
I would love to have him. I would love to talk to him. Whatever noises he makes, I'd love to hear them.
We'll bring you back for that episode, Joe. Don't worry.
You better.
And Joe, in searching the interwebs, I came across something that I'd like you to confirm. Somebody was on a website, clutchfans.net, and they were asking about, it may have been you, but they wanted to verify if you skipped the bar exam to go to an Astros game. Is that true?
I did.
And you caught a home run ball.
I caught a home run ball from Carlos Correa, known cheater now. If he's an Astros, Carlos Correa. I was supposed to be taking the bar exam in Pennsylvania. I got hired by the Astros to work in their legal department for maybe 6-7 months. Mm-hmm. And the day of the bar exam I was supposed to take, I said I can't fly back to Pennsylvania and take the bar exam. So on the day of, I was like, you know what? It'll be cool to do today. Go to the ball game, and I ended up catching a home run ball.
That's awesome. So the interwebs for once are correct.
They are. That is correct. Yeah.
Excellent. That was the rumor floating around about you.
I was worried when you say a rumor floating about me, and I was about to say no, not quite. But that one is correct.
Excellent. All right. Well, welcome to both of you. Thank you so much for being here. Let's play some trivia. How about that?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right. So, Jason, you're better at this part, telling people where to go and what to do and how it works. I'm just here to just get in the way. But so take over. Tell us how the game's going to work today, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got 4 rounds of trivia, 8 questions each. That's 32 total questions. Every round, ends with a tougher question than normal. That is usually worth 3 points. There's one round where it might be worth up to 5 points, depending on your answers in that question. It's going to be a tough one. It is 4 very exciting rounds. I got to tell you, this is a particularly good mix of topics that we are covering this evening. Some harder questions, definitely, and I won't say who wrote them, but I will say that the author of the toughest questions this evening, I think, is the 3-time Jeopardy champion. But it could be anybody. There's no way of knowing.
I thought my questions are going to be fun.
I didn't say they're not fun. I just said that they're tough.
Okay, all right.
So please go ahead and head to qna.thetrivialist.com.
There's my son. He
Hey,
decided
buddy.
to. I forgot to lock the door, and here he is. Hi, Sally. Welcome to the game.
Hi, Solly. I know he can't hear me because you have headphones
hear us,
on.
Yeah, you can't hear. Anyway, they all say hello. That's my wonderful, wonderful 5-year-old. Love you. I'll see you soon.
He's 5 now.
He's a monster. He's a big kid.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
remember when he was born. He was born just after we met.
Yeah.
So head to Q&A, that's quiznightAmerica.thetrivialist.com. You can sign up. Let us know that you're here and watching by making Cullen's 5-year-old a part of your team name. But we're going to have a great time tonight with 32 questions of trivia. And Cullen, I believe that you're hosting the first round this evening.
I am. So I've got round number 1 for you today. Our topic, our theme of this round is called Here Comes the Sun. Here comes the sun. Spring is around the corner. The first day of spring is March 20th. The first full day of spring is March 21st, which happens to be my birthday. So I have a birthday coming up. I'm excited about some sunshine. I'm excited about the spring.
Woo-hoo!
I'm excited about just a new year, a rebirth, if you will. So here comes the sun.
I will.
I got 8 questions for you. And here we go. Question number 1 in our round. What beverage had the slogan, "The great stuff kids go for"? I've got 4 options for you. They're all sun related. The great stuff kids go for. We've got Sun-Kissed, Sunny Delight, Hawaiian Sun, or Capri Sun. Which of those is the great stuff kids go for? I would enjoy. I like all of these beverages.
I think all of
It's
these
the one-
beverages are bought by my mom. So how am I supposed to know?
I've never had Hawaiian Sun.
Yeah, maybe I made that one up. I can't remember.
Okay.
So your answer there with our opening question today, it is Sunny D. Sunny Delight
Nice.
is your answer. Well done to
Yeah.
those that put that there.
Get out of here, soda. Get out of here, purple stuff. I want the Sunny D.
Let's not check the nutritional facts of Sunny D. But here we go. Question number 2. Here Comes the Sun. Here Comes the Sun is a track on which of the following albums by the Beatles? 4 options for you. Abbey Road, Let It Be, Help, or The White Album. The song is Here Comes the Sun. It's a track on which of the Beatles albums? Is it Abbey Road, Let It Be, Help, or The White Album?
I normally play this every week with my husband, who knows everything about music, and so I don't have to know anything about music. And so I'm frustrated.
Except for right now.
Except for right now.
So your answer for this Beatles track, it's on Abbey Road. Abbey Road is the answer. I see there that 43% of the room got that one. Well done. Here we are. Question number 3. Here Comes the Sun. The Art of War was written by Chinese military strategist Sun Tzu. When did he write that book? I've got 4 options for you. It's, of course, estimation here. The 5th century BC, 5th century AD, 10th century AD, or 15th century AD. The Art of War is the book. Chinese military strategist Sun Tzu. Your multiple choice options for when that book was written: 5th century BC, 5th century AD, 10th century AD, or 15th century AD. That's question 3. Here Comes the Sun. And your answer Sometimes you feel like you got to go in the middle. There were a lot of ADs there, but it's 5th century BC. 5th century BC is your answer. Well done to those teams getting that one. Let's move on to question number 4. Here comes the sun. We'll go to some movies. I'm going to name 4 movies that have sun in the title. And I'm looking for which of the following was directed by Steven Spielberg. Okay, so which of the following movies was directed by Steven Spielberg? A Place in the Sun, Tears of the Sun, The Sun Also Rises, or Empire of the Sun. So which of the following was directed by Steven Spielberg? A Place in the Sun, Tears of the Sun, The Sun Also Rises, or Empire of the Sun? Let me know what you think.
It's a trick question. It's none of them.
It's E.T. The answer's E.T.
Yeah.
You misspelled E.T. on all 4 of these.
Yes, exactly. It's yeah. You know, I wouldn't have gotten this one. I don't think. I would know it's not one of them, but I'm not going to say which one it's not just yet. Your answer, my friends. The movie is Empire of the Sun. Empire of the Sun is your answer. Go ahead, Jason.
Oh, I was just gonna say, your boys just happens to be tied for first place right now with 3 points. Because speaking of Northwestern University, I did happen to get a film degree from that school. Although if you ask me a different film question and I get it wrong, I'll deny everything.
Well, congratulations, Jason.
Oh, thank you.
You know,
I wasn't going to bring up, but if you're bringing it up, then yeah.
I know. I think in week 1, I tooted my horn a little too much for doing well on your round. So I feel that you are more than entitled to.
It's just some sweet, sweet revenge.
Yeah. All right. Question number 5. Here we are. I got a true or false. We've got an author in the room today, so I have a book question here. True or false? Midnight Sun is a vampire novel released on August 4th of 2020. True or false? It is a lost work by Bram Stoker. Is that true or is that false? The book is Midnight Sun. It is a vampire novel. It was released August 4th of 2020. And I would like to know whether it's true or false that it is a lost work by Bram Stoker.
Oh, I want to know this one.
I want to know what you thought.
I believe that it is false. I feel like I would have heard if there was a lost work by Bram Stoker, who is the author of the original Dracula novel.
Mm-hmm. Catherine Cho, did you go true? Did you go false?
I went false. Is this another Twilight book?
Yes, it is Twilight, told from the perspective of Edward Cullen.
Yes, you will notice my name is Cullen Shaw, and I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist trying to trick some people into believing that a Twilight spin-off book was a lost work of a famous author. All right. Anyway, I'm curious to see if I had a good poker face or not. I probably did not. Okay, here we are. Here comes the sun. Our next question. We'll go to some music. Who released the hit song "Blister in the Sun" in 1983? I've got some options for you. We're looking for the artist, the band. We have the Flaming Lips, the Violet Femmes, the Butthole Surfers, or the Lemonheads. The song.
Colin.
I know. "Blister in the Sun."
No.
1983.
I cannot believe somebody on this podcast who is not me referenced the Butthole Surfers. That is, it is a band that people on my college radio station talked about a lot. It's sort of my, hey, did you know that there's a band called the Butthole Surfers? Is like one of my fun facts.
How come you've never done that with me then? I didn't know that.
Hey, did you know that there's a band called the Butthole Surfers?
I didn't even know there was a Northwestern radio station.
There was. It was on campus. I'm amazed right now.
Well, good. Did you know the answer though?
I was so excited that I started the timer and then forgot to answer.
Oh no.
Well, so we now know your weakness, Jason.
Just,
Bring up Northwestern
just
and talk about the
distracted.
butthole surfers.
yeah,
And
that's it. I'll never
yeah.
answer a question again.
All right, here we are. Our next question in the Sun round.
Well, Cullen, you never gave away the answer for number
Oh.
6.
It's the Violent Femmes. The Violent Femmes, 1983's Blister in the Sun. I go walking. Da, 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 da.
Cullen, you got to be careful. We're gonna get DMCA'd.
I sang it half a pitch down, and I mumbled a lot. I think we'll be okay.
Could have
Okay.
fooled me.
Yeah. All right, here we are. Question, I believe this is question 7. In 2010, Sun Microsystems, who created the Java programming language, was acquired by what tech company? Your options are Oracle, Intel, Google, or Microsoft. This was in 2010. Sun Microsystems, creators of Java programming language. They were acquired by what tech company? Your options, Oracle, Intel, Google, or Microsoft.
In somewhere around 1998, my dad was investing money in my college fund, and he asked me, and I was 7, what companies did I want to invest in? And so I said his company, and I said my best friend's company, my best friend's father's company, which was Sun Microsystems, and then I said Barbie, which is Mattel. So, this steered me sort of in the right direction.
Did he listen to you?
He did.
All right. Well, that's the important thing.
Yeah.
I get all of my stock advice from TikTok.
Speaking
To the
of,
moon!
Cullen, speaking of, that's Reddit.
I know. That's right.
But speaking of, Cullen, the trivia list is on TikTok now.
We are. I didn't mean to segue, but I'm glad that I did. Jason, I loved the video. I don't know if
Oh,
you can
thank you.
share the link here, but Jason put together our first TikTok. We decided not to call ourselves the Trivia List. I guess that's our name, but our handle is Triv Talk, because that's very clever, right? So Triv Talk, TRIVTOK, is our handle on TikTok. I think our strategy, our social media strategy there will be to quiz you quickly and allow you to duet us if you'd like. And Jason,
Yeah.
I thought you did also. It was fun.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun making it. I showed it to my fiance Lexi, and she said, "Oh, that's why you were screaming in the middle of the afternoon." But the link is in the chat now, so if you want to watch it, people who played last week might recognize that this was our famous verbs round. But there's going to be, thank you. There's going to be a lot more TikToks and fun trivia coming in the future, so follow us at Triv Talk for all of that.
And finally,
Wait, Cullen,
I'm so excited.
who
Your answer.
did purchase Sun Microsystems?
It was Oracle. Oracle purchased them in 2010. I don't have the exact figures of the deal, but I assume it was a lot of money. And, I think, yeah. So I hope it all worked out for Katherine in 2010, getting the stock acquired there. We can check it out. 1998 or 9, you said, all the way up to 2000. We'll check.
I don't know how long he was invested, because I know there was a .com bubble in there, but
It was pretty immediate, actually. So, all right, here we are. Our final question of Here Comes the Sun. This is the 3-point question. This is a short answer question. Here you go. Finish the lyrics to the opening song on Sesame Street. Sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is what? One word to where the air is what? That's the opening lyric to Sesame Street. I have a 1-year-old. I listen to a lot of Sesame Street. Daniel Tiger, though, he's more of a Daniel Tiger fan. I think some of the characters on Sesame Street scare him a little bit. He's like, ah.
Aw. He'll grow into them.
Sesame Street had the same song all 30 years.
That sounds like a question for people that know things about trivia. I think so. Like I've seen some of the older broadcasts, and I think it's they always like the new ones. They flash the like episode 5,703 up at the top,
Wow.
and so I think they've kept it pretty standard. They obviously Elmo does this like cool bubble thing, and I think they have fun with it, but I think it's the same song.
Good to know. I don't remember it in any case.
I have a Sesame Street trivia question if anybody wants to hear it.
Sure.
I just had a Sesame Street trivia question, Jason.
Well, let's join the club, folks.
Let's answer your question, Colin, first. Let's not keep the people
all
in
right,
suspense, and then I'll ask my question.
The 3-point question. The word I was looking for is sweet. Sweet is the word on Sesame Street. Sweet. Jason, do we have any funny answers? Any bad answers?
That's a great question. Let me go look it up right now. On my way to where the air is clear, where the air is clean, and where the air is free. I don't know anywhere where air isn't free, except maybe at a gas station for your car. But that's what we got.
I think we could have a roundtable discussion about where air is not free.
That's
underwater. You have to buy a tank.
In Atlantis.
All right, well, thus completes round number 1. Thank you for bearing with my Here Comes the Sun trivia round. Jason, you're doing great. We got the Union Square Lovers have 9 points, and then we've got a 3-way tie for second between Adrian Specs, the Squirtle Squad, and Jason. So well done to those teams. Thanks for joining round number 1, and I'll send it over to you, Jason.
All right. Thank you, Cullen. Round number 2 this evening is going to be a fun round. It's going to be hosted by our very own Joe Nguyen.
Hurrah.
Hurrah. Joe, what is going to be your theme for this round?
All right. So my theme is something I like. It's all about movies, and something I like in movies that I like in an irrational amount is when a character in the movie says the name of the movie in the movie. These are called title drops. So all these are about the title drops where a character says the name of the movie in the movie. So if y'all are ready, I think we're gonna have some fun with this one.
All right, let's
super excited.
All right, let's jump in. Here we go. Number 1. One of the most famous title drops is when the character Lawrence Walsh says, "Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown," in the 1974 movie Chinatown. What famous actor starred as Jake in the movie Chinatown?
This is where it becomes clear that I know nothing about movies.
Oh no, I should have asked what your
right.
That's
what happens in trivia. You never know what you're gonna get.
Thank goodness nobody here got a film degree, because this round could potentially be very embarrassing for them.
Oh gosh,
if that were the case, and they did not watch a lot of movies.
Jason, you got a film degree? You never mentioned it.
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that doesn't sound like me.
All right.
It might have been my twin brother, who is an accountant and definitely didn't get a film degree. Ben Lederman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Missed an opportunity with Jason and Mason. Sorry.
Tell my parents. They missed an opportunity with Ben and Jerry.
They could have. Well, how will they know? Well, like,
how? Yeah.
All right. Ready for the answer?
Yes, please.
All right. The guy that stars in Chinatown as Jake is Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson. Multiple Oscar winner, Jack Nicholson.
Yes, 33% of people getting that one right tonight.
Awesome.
There was we have a show on Wednesdays, the movie quiz, hosted by Chris Mann Nelson. It's on Wednesdays on the Trivialist Network at 7:00. But he asked the Chinatown question. I believe that there was kind of a sequel in the works, and then it became another movie.
Two Jakes.
Two
Jakes.
And so he was talking about different sequels and things like that. But it helped. It helped today to be reminded of that movie. Now that I'm officially playing Jason, I think I'm on the board. I've got my first point of the day.
Well done.
He's on it.
Well done. We got a lot of Robert De Niro in that one, Charlton Heston, and then one each for Danny DeVito and Jackie Chan.
Sweet. Another one that I didn't include in this one is No Problem, Just Rush Hour. One of my favorite title drops in the history of title drops.
It's that's why I'm Superman 4: The Quest for Peace.
That's why they call it the movie. All right, number 2. Ready for number 2? Question number 2. In a 2006 movie, Michael Caine's character says there are 3 parts of a magic trick: the pledge, the turn, and the hardest part, the part we call what? The title of the movie, 2006, starring Michael Caine. There are 3 parts of a magic trick: the pledge, the turn, and the hardest part, the part we call what?
I'm really looking forward to seeing the answers that come in for this one.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Yes. The hardest part we call the Order of the Phoenix.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Well, yeah. All right. Time is up. You're right. It is a Christopher Nolan movie. It's called The Prestige. All about magic.
Oh, I should have gotten that.
You should have, Jason, because I got it.
Should have.
Yeah.
I'm a film major from Northwestern.
So I've heard.
We need
I don't know
a
what
T-shirt
you're
made
talking
for you.
about. I don't know what you're
Northwestern is making phone
Northwestern.
calls.
If you're watching, please send me a T-shirt.
Oh man!
Please don't take away my degree.
All right.
Revoked.
You have a couple more to redeem yourself. In question number 3, Ryan Reynolds asks Isla Fisher to marry him, to which Isla Fisher's character says, what non-committal 2-word response, the title of a 2008 rom-com? Ryan Reynolds asks Isla Fisher to marry him, to which Isla Fisher's character says, what non-committal 2-word response, the title of a 2008 rom-com?
Green Lantern? That's a weird thing to call a rom-com.
Yep. It was neither rom nor com.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the first time I've seen you since you got engaged. Congratulations, Jason.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hopefully, your fiance didn't say these 2 words when you proposed.
Joe, what are those 2 words?
Those 2 words are definitely maybe. The movie Definitely Maybe.
Oh man! So, fun fact: in my brain, the entire time I was trying to figure out a movie that Isla Fisher and Ryan Gosling were in together.
Oh no!
So when I read Ryan Reynolds, I just saw Ryan Gosling's face. I think when I close my eyes at any point to concentrate, I see Ryan Gosling's face, and it didn't help. You know? So anyway, I don't know if they're ever in a movie together, but definitely maybe they're not.
Joe,
Yes.
I'd like to read a few of the answers to
Let's
this,
do it.
but I need some help. So I'll need you 5 times to ask me if I will marry you, and I will respond with the answers to from our players this evening.
Sure, I'll say, Jason, will you marry me?
I guess.
Nice. That's a good one. All right. So, Jason, will you marry me?
Unsubscribe.
Okay, awesome. All right. Jason, will you marry me?
Maybe.
That's
all right. Okay. All right. Not a no. And finally, Jason, will you marry me?
Thank you.
Oh.
That's a classic response.
That's a very interesting response.
Yeah.
I said, you didn't hear me. I said, will you marry me? Thank you.
Thank you. All right. What's question number 4, Joe?
Question number 4 in this round, all about title drops. When Mookie is delivering a pizza, Ossie Davis's character, known as the mayor, stops him and says, always what 4-word phrase? The title of a 1989 movie. When Mookie is delivering a pizza, Ossie Davis's character, known as the mayor, stops him and says, always what 4-word phrase? The title of a 1989 movie. You
know when you're playing trivia and you definitely don't know the answer, And so you just write the most absurd thing to try to make the host laugh.
Yeah.
The problem is when you are also the host, you just make yourself laugh on the podcast.
Oh, sure. So I gotta hear, Jason. What'd you say?
Always Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Always Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Very fine guess.
The year's close.
Yeah. It's
Terrible answer.
Any others? Any other ones that you see?
I see always drop all the bass.
Okay.
And always hustling.
Okay. Always hustling.
Yeah.
Not always be closing Alec Baldwin.
Always be my maybe.
Always be my maybe. But this one, Ossie Davis says famously, always do the right thing. Spike Lee movie.
Oh, yeah, that's a Spike Lee joint.
Woohoo!
Ready for number 5?
Ready.
Number 5. Oh, this might be my favorite title drop in history of title drops. In a 1999 action movie, the villain Electra King tells Pierce Brosnan's character, "I could have given you the world." What was his titular response? In 1999 action movie.
Oh my god, I know it.
The villain Electra King tells Pierce Brosnan's character, "I could have given you the world." What was his titular response?
I figured it out.
You solved it. I'm glad.
I'm proud of myself.
I left some hints in there. Hopefully you can solve it.
Oh, we got some Arrested Development memes happening in the chat. Always leave a note.
Always leave a note.
You got it. I think I got it.
Okay. Jason, I know you got it. Cullen, talk me through it.
Well, I knew Bond, and then I started with GoldenEye with Pierce Brosnan because, and then I think I had Die Another Day, but that didn't have anything to do with the world. And there was a world something like I think it's The World Is Not Enough. That's what I went for. I think that's what it is.
Spot on. The World Is Not Enough. You figured out it's a James Bond movie. James Bond has a bunch of awesome title drops, but I think this one is my favorite. Where he says, "The world is not enough."
Yeah, almost all of the answers were Bonds, were Bond films. So we got Never Gonna Die, which I think is...
because of whatever that title you just said, Cullen. I was like, that's Never Gonna Die.
Die Another Day.
Yes, that one.
Yes. And we also got Goldfinger and From Russia with Love.
Right. Everyone picked up on the theme, but The World's Not Enough. One of my favorite, might be my favorite title drop in the history of title drops.
Yeah, who sang the theme to that one? Do you know?
I don't remember. The World Is Not Enough. Was the song called World's Not Enough, or was it a different song title?
No, that's the song. I can hear it in my head. I don't know who sings it.
Die Another Day was Madonna.
The Madonna was Die Another Day.
Anyway, I was in a bar and they did James Bond theme songs, and you had to name the artist. I did not do well in that one. It's really just Adele and Madonna for me.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, all right.
It was by Garbage.
Oh, I like Garbage. The song "Push It" really sticks in my head because it was the theme song for NHL 2000, the video game.
It was Adele Probs.
Adele Probs. Oh, I'm a fan of Adele Probs. All right, question number 6 in title drops. Oh boy. In a very bad 1992 buddy cop movie, Sylvester Stallone and Golden Girl Estelle Getty are in the middle of a climactic action scene when Stallone yells, "What titular 6-word phrase?" I will admit this is a very tough one. What do you think, Cullen?
I got it immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. I've never seen the movie, but to this day burned into my retina from Blockbuster Video walking around and am I going to get this movie? And the answer was always no. But you just, I don't know. It's one of those, you'd never forget it.
Stallone himself has admitted that one of his regrets was filming this movie. And it's understandable that a lot of you may not know this movie because it was a very bad movie. Jason, do you have an idea?
I have no idea.
Okay, so this very poorly named movie, and a very poor movie overall, was called Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was called that.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was called that. Stop.
There's no way that that's a real movie.
Look it up. Google it. This is not a Berenstain Bear situation. This is an actual movie that actually came out called "Stop or My Mom Will Shoot."
Oh, we've got
Do you wanna
some
read any
good
of the other ones,
6-word
Jason?
phrases. Say that again, Catherine.
Do you want to read any of the other phrases that you got?
Yes, in fact, I do, because there are some good ones. Honey, I shrunk the kids, Rocky. You can't do that here, girl. I'm walking here. I need to watch more movies. I am climaxing right now, bro. And my favorite 6-word phrase that somebody submitted, I can't possibly imagine who it could be, is Jason went to Northwestern Film School.
Yes.
I had no idea.
No.
mean, to be fair, I don't think they really discussed this movie at Northwestern Film School.
You would be surprised if the professors don't, the students probably do. But right. I was deeply unpopular. That's not true. I had some very good friends in college. I still have some very good friends from college.
All right. Moving on from that, question number 7. We have a palate cleanser here. In 2006, Sarah Jessica Parker played Paula, who solves a certain problem, which she describes as many young men who should be able to move out simply can't. It's called what 3-word title?
I have seen this movie. I know what the cover looks like.
Mm-hmm. Sarah Jessica Parker plays Paula, who solves a certain problem, which she describes as many young men who should be able to move out simply can't. It's called what 3-word title?
Oh, I got this one.
You got it?
Got it.
This is a part of the curriculum at Northwestern?
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
It.
This was not a palate cleanser for me.
Oh, no? Okay.
But I think my answer will make Jason laugh. I don't know.
Cullen, what did you answer?
So I would say there's the Family Stone is the only, it's like Sex and the City and then the Family Stone. I knew it wasn't any of those. I couldn't think of any other movie that she was in besides Hocus Pocus. So my answer is Hocus Pocus Brocus.
Okay. If I told you Matthew McConaughey is also in this movie, what would you say?
I'd say Failure to Launch is not the answer.
It's exactly what it is.
Really?
It's called Failure to Launch.
I thought that was Kate Hudson. Is that a Berenstain Bears moment?
That might be a Berenstain Bears for you.
Kate Hudson is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and Fool's Gold with Matthew McConaughey.
Yep. All right.
My answer, by the way, was Mom's Basement, baby.
Oh, baby. I say baby too. Yes, it is called Failure to Launch, where Sarah Jessica Parker dates Matthew McConaughey to try to get him to move out of his parents' house. But they fall in love. And hilarity ensues. Failure to Launch.
Yeah, more than half of our players getting that one right. 53%. Well done to those teams.
All right, and we'll move on to question number 8. Final question. Very tough one, I must say, but I think it's a good one. Now we have a title drop that refers to another movie title, not that movie. So here we go. In the movie Girls Trip, Regina Hall enters a nightclub with her friends and say, "Let's what?" causing Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett Smith to knowingly nod at each other. These 3 words are the title of a 1996 heist movie starring Jada and Queen Latifah. So give me the name of that 1996 heist movie that starred Jada Pinkett Smith and Queen Latifah, which Regina Hall in the movie Girls Trip says, "Let's do these 3 words."
This is the second week in a row. This is the second week in a row where Girls Trip has come up on Quiz Night America.
It is a very good movie.
It is a very good movie.
For referencing it.
No, please don't.
How many points is this worth?
This is worth 3 points.
Cool. 3 points. So if you know your 1996 heist movie starring Queen Latifah, and Jada Pinkett Smith, this will be easy for you. 3 big points for you coming. What are y'all thinking?
It's Ocean's 8.
Ocean's 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Ocean's 8. All right.
Yeah.
I guessed let's go to town.
Go to town. Colin, what do you have?
Waiting to exhale.
That's Waiting to Exhale. All very fine guesses, but the movie was Set It Off. So they say, let's set it off. And then Jada and Queen Latifah look at each other in the movie as if like breaking the fourth wall to say, yeah, we know what that is. It's a movie we did 20-some years ago.
We got quite a few answers for this. Let's go to town. Let's go get it. Let's secure the bag. Let's steal some stuff.
So with Regina King, I knew that about the year I was originally thinking how Stella got her groove back, and I thought that maybe how Stella got her money back.
How Stella got her money back.
But yeah, it didn't meet the words, but it would have been a better answer than Waiting to Exhale. Anyway, I apologize for interrupting other people's funny answers when mine was not that good.
Well, that is my round. I have shared with you my love of the instances where characters say the title of a movie in a movie, and I hope you all enjoyed it out in their audience. Hopefully you see some, and then you point to the screen and say, oh, that's like very much like Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You point to the screen and say, that's the name of the movie. He said the movie. He said the thing.
I was hoping for a Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, also another one. Any others that you have that you may like?
Right. Welcome to Shawshank, right? I guess he doesn't say Redemption though.
Welcome to Shawshank Redemption. That's a great one.
Yeah.
It's me, Aladdin.
Welcome to Saving Private Ryan is another Spielberg one. Welcome to E.T. the Extraterrestrial. And of course, we mentioned before, welcome to the Empire of the Sun.
Welcome. Yeah.
It's hello, it's me, Joaquin Phoenix as Joker. a classic drop.
Thank you very much.
Goodness.
Let's move on.
Thank you.
Great round, Joe. Great round.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna take a couple of minutes here, and we're gonna say goodbye to Joe and goodbye to Cullen. I'm gonna talk with Katherine for just a minute, because it's not every day you get to interview your friend / favorite author. So bye, guys.
Everybody.
Hi, Katherine.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that we get to talk about your book. So please tell me just a little bit about your newest literary adventure.
Yes. Okay, so this is the final installment in my series, The Countess Chronicles. So first of all, it's fantasy romance, which is the genre that Bridgerton is. So if you've seen Bridgerton, you know the general sort of thing that I write. The goal is that two people fall in love and they have a happily ever after by the end. And it takes place in England, historical England. So this is the third book. Lisbeth was introduced in the first book, and now she's falling in love with her husband. They get married sight unseen because I'm obsessed with Married at First Sight. And then
I have seen approximately one season of Married at First Sight, and it is wild.
Was it season 9?
It was
with like Iris and Keith and Amber and Matt.
Yes, that's the one with the moon water?
Yes.
Yes, that's the season that I've seen.
That was my entree. And now I've watched almost every season. I stopped watching the older ones because they weren't as interesting.
Okay. It takes a little time to perfect a format.
Exactly. Yeah.
Katherine, what are some of the challenges in writing not just a third book in a series, but also the final book of a series? Like, how is that different from when you're first starting and you have the idea to write your first book in this trilogy?
So the thing to keep in mind about romance series is, in general, unlike a fantasy series where like they're setting out on a quest and the quest isn't finished until the third installment, in romance, each book is it could be a standalone because the couple falls in love and has a happily ever after. What ties them together is that the characters are the same. So I wrote The Ideal Countess as my first book. That's this one. And I actually wasn't sure it was going to be a series. I was just kind of like, can I do this? And then I enjoyed doing it, so I decided to put it into a series. So as I was finishing it, I was thinking about what the series would be and which characters would be in it. So the hardest part about writing the husband plot, the final one, is that I knew the heroine and I had gotten a lot of emotional attachment to her because, we'd gotten to know her throughout a couple of books. And I felt like I had a lot of pressure to do her story correctly.
Sure.
And then the other challenge to writing this book is I wanted to investigate some of what, what does race look like in Regency? Because historical romance has a racism problem, as does every community in America. But historical romance tends to only focus on white, rich characters. And there's an active community voice that says it's not historically accurate to include people of color, which isn't true because by the 1800s, England was the center of a global empire. It was the richest nation in the world. And so just like in New York City, there are people from all parts of the world. In London, there were people from all parts of the empire who were there. And so I wanted to investigate what would that look like, and I wanted to tell a happy story about that. So that was interesting, and I did a lot of work to try to do it responsibly because obviously I am white, and it is potentially problematic, or possibly definitely problematic. It's definitely maybe problematic to write from a person of color's perspective. That was a lot of my challenge with this book.
That makes a lot of sense. And you previously brought up Bridgerton, another show where I think there was a lot of good examples of the ways in which different people of different races can interact within an historical society under the umbrella of romance, if you will.
Yeah.
And it's gotten to be a very popular show. How has it, like, what is your take on Bridgerton, for lack of a better question?
I think it's fantastic that so many people love it, and so many people now actually, I have it as a reference, whereas before January 2021, if I said I write Regency romance, if you weren't already in the romance community, people were kind of like, what does that mean? And I think it is really interesting how they turned it into the show, and really beautifully done aesthetically. So overall, I think it's great, and I hope that they continue adapting Bridgerton and also more stories from the romance community.
Awesome. Now, just before we move on to your round, which is our next round, which can I spoil the theme, or would you like to announce it?
You can spoil it.
The theme of it is romance. This is a shocking twist for everybody. You have a little giveaway for Quiz Night America viewers.
I do. So I come and watch this. I participate in this trivia every week. I annoy Jason about it when it's not on. I'm like, is there trivia? When is there going to be trivia? So what was my point?
Right now.
Oh. Yeah. So I put together a little something for people who play trivia with us tonight. If you're interested in Regency romance, you can try out my first book, The Ideal Countess. It's usually $2.99 as an ebook on any of your retailers. And for this audience specifically, you can get it for free from bit.ly/Q&A March. Jason's going to put that up on the screen because
I am.
Actually. But all you have to do is enter your name and email address, which is signing up for my newsletter, and you'll get a few emails from me. And then you'll get this book for free. The second installment, which is a short story, is also free. So you're basically getting half of the series for free.
Wow, what a great deal.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm also just looking at our leaderboard, and it's crazy. There is this bit.ly link that somebody made their team name, and if I were a person who loved Regency romance and wanted to know more, I might copy that link and paste it into a different tab of this browser, or enter it after Quiz Night America, and see where it took me, because it might be to a pre-order page. It might be to a pre-order page for a third novel. There's lots of things it could be.
Yes, and thank you to the mysterious person / Jason's fiance who put that in there.
Yes, we have no idea who it was.
It will take you to the information for my third book, The Husband Plot, which releases next Friday, March 19th. And so I would just like to shout out that, this trivia has been running since COVID-ish. And it is such a joy for our week, my husband and I. We do it every week. So, trivia lists accept tips. Normally, you'd be playing this at a bar. You'd be paying for like probably 2 beers and maybe some cheese fries. So just consider taking some of that budget and putting it over to the tips because this team is amazing. They put together really fun trivia and we want to keep it going.
Katherine, you are amazing. Thank you so much for that glowing endorsement. Thank you for your books. Thank you for coming on tonight. Let's add Joe and Cullen back in and get into round number 3, which is all about romance.
Yes.
Oh my.
This is actually...
Jason, you know who that is? Jason, do you recognize him? You went to film school. You should know who that guy is.
Is that
his mic's off, so I can't hear him.
Yeah, no.
Hi, Jason. This is Steven Spielberg.
Oh God.
I just wanted you to know I was disappointed in you. I feel bad doing this bit immediately after Katherine said such nice things about how we put together our quizzes, and I now found this new app that allows me to pretend that I'm Steven Spielberg. And so that's it. I'm gonna try to not be a 10-year-old and let the quiz go on. I'm sorry, everybody. All right. Anyway, Katherine. Thanks, I wanted to ask about the cover art, though, as somebody who does not have good abs at all. Was there a photo shoot? Is there, I've always there must be a market for like people that like that is their thing, like artists that are like very famous cover art creators for romance community. And I was wondering if there was a story there.
And admire him. So I'm an independent author. I run it as a small business, and so I organize everything myself. So the way I organize these covers, I work with an amazing designer, Julia Gerbach, who I worked with in a day job, and she's a designer of all sorts. So we work together on this. And basically, I find the models. There are different stock image sites that have these already. They already take the photos. So I'm just looking at models and looking at their different statures, and then I'm basically licensing the photo. And then she takes that and turns it into an amazing cover. One day I'd love to do custom photo shoots like you were mentioning, but y'all need to buy more books for me to
buy the book.
Buy the book.
And you also brought up beers and cheese fries, which made my abs also happy, but for other reasons. Anyway.
Yeah. I don't know why I was really craving cheese fries today.
Yeah. I crave cheese fries every day. That's awesome. I'm excited about this round. I don't know how I'm going to do, but I'm up for the challenge, and we'll see how we do. Because Jason, go ahead.
I was just going to say this is 3 centuries of romance. So my goal was to ask questions that are both historical and romantic, so that if you're in the romance community, you'll find it interesting, and if you're not in the romance community, you might still get some answers right.
Right.
We're disinfecting some questions, which is very important.
Sorry, that's my fault.
Yeah. This round's gonna be tough for me because I don't experience human emotions.
Oh, okay. So this one might help you out, Joe. It's a movie question.
Oh, awesome. Great.
Yeah. So which
Jason,
of these
it might help you too. I don't know why. I have a feeling it might help you out. Like he's something about a film degree or something. Whatever.
Yeah,
but we'll move on.
I don't think that's me.
Okay.
So which of these films did not feature Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks as co-stars? Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail, Joe versus the Volcano, When Harry Met Sally. I've only seen 3 of these films.
Which is the one with Sarah Jessica Parker in it?
Win a Date with Tad Hamilton? Right. Or maybe the other one?
That was Kate Boswell.
That was Kate Boswell. Oh, we're all the Kates.
Yeah.
I got this one. Feeling off to a good start.
Yeah, the answer is When Harry Met Sally, which starred Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan.
I got that one.
I'll have what they're having.
Yeah. It's actually a good movie. I mean, all of them are good movies, but
it's me, Harry, and this is when I'm meeting you, Sally. famous title drop.
Famous title drop. When Harry.
All right. Jason, I don't see the next question. Okay, there it is.
Oh, it's coming up. Don't worry.
So Jane Austen self-published her novels in the English Regency period. Which one of these actors has not portrayed Mr. Darcy in film or television adaptations of Pride and Prejudice? Colin Firth, Hugh Grant, Sir Laurence Olivier? I don't know. Matthew McFadden. So there are a lot of Austenites out there that this is going to be really easy for. And I'm sticking to strict adaptations of the actual book, not spin-offs or fan fiction like Bridget Jones's Diary.
Wait, does that mean that I need to go to Colin Firth? Did you just give a hint at the end?
Did I?
I don't know.
Yeah, I only know, like, Colin Firth is the Keira Knightley one, right? That's the only one I've
I
seen.
think you're thinking of Love Actually.
Yes, that's the one. Yes.
Yeah.
Based on
Colin Firth
Pride and
has
Prejudice,
actually
right?
played Mr. Darcy twice, at least twice. He's done the BBC adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. And then he was also Darcy in Bridget Jones's Diary, which is a book adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. So the only one of these who hasn't is Hugh Grant.
Huge.
And congratulations to 33%. You got that right.
Thank you on behalf of all of us.
Yes. Some of us knew this one. Sorry, Colin. Oh,
I'm the other 33%.
So the next question, we mentioned Regency romance. It's the period that I write in. Regency romance is set in the early 1800s because this English king ceded power to his son due to mental illness. Which king was it? George II, George III, George IV, or George V? And your hint, Jason can sing it better than I can, but it is When You're Gone, I'll Go Mad from Hamilton. You can do that, Jason.
I could. I won't, but I could. My karaoke trophy is not near me right now, so I can't sing because I can't find it to show it off.
Is the trophy a microphone? Like a golden
Trophy is a microphone. Hold on, let me pull up my other karaoke trophy, which is sitting here. This is my here.
Oh, that's amazing. So why aren't you singing into it right now?
Because I'm not holding the trophy, so I couldn't possibly sing.
All right,
Katie, what's the answer for this one?
The answer is George III. He ruled England during the Revolution. We overthrew him, and then he had mental disease that historical scientists debate about what it was, but he was basically incoherent for the last 10 years of his life, and George IV ruled as a regent, and that's why it's called Regency.
Oh.
And Meghan Markle's going to finish the job and overthrow Queen Elizabeth II.
Yes.
That's a hot take.
I'm not crying. Who's crying? No one's crying. No one's complaining.
Not in America, anyway.
Nope.
47% of people got that right, so congratulations. So now we're back in the 21st century. Tinder moved heterosexual dating onto the smartphone. In what year was Tinder founded? I met my husband on an app, so online dating works. That's all I have to say about it.
What app? The Robinhood app?
Coffee with bagel.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Diamond hands. You guys had a date sponsored by Coffee Meets Bagel, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. I forget how that came about, but maybe we took a survey or something. We were like, we're a success story. And then I think they gave us like $100, and we took photos.
That's awesome.
I've forgotten about that. Thank you for remembering my relationship.
Of course. I remember everything about your relationship.
All right.
What year?
It was founded in 2012. 40% of people getting that right. Grindr was founded before that, I think in 2008 or 2009. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's the OG.
That's the OG.
The original Grindr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, question 5. Sports romance is a healthy subgenre in romance books. Which of these Amanda Bynes movies could be classified as a sports romance? She's the Man, What a Girl Wants, Easy A, Bend It Like Beckham. So which of these movies has a lot of sports and has Amanda Bynes and has a romance?
I know this one.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you have a film degree.
This is never gonna end. I picked the wrong day to start gloating. I picked the wrong day to start gloating.
All right, the answer. First of all, Colin Firth is also in one of these, which is What a Girl Wants. And he co-star evil stepmother is also in Pride and Prejudice, so it's a really cool thing. But the answer is She's the Man, which is Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum, and she's a soccer player.
Channing Tatum is in that movie?
Yeah, Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Based
And
on the
he's
Shakespeare play Twelfth Night, I believe.
Yeah. She's like cross-dressing as a man so that she can play on the good soccer team because of sexism.
I got it. I processed it. I knew it wasn't Easy A, and I knew
It's Emma Stone.
Kind of like Beckham.
Yeah.
So
And
I
that's
went.
ironically.
Yeah. What a girl wants, not supposed to sing.
Okay, question 6. Romance is not exclusively between two humans. The composer Frédéric Chopin lived in Paris at the time of his death, but his heart belonged to his homeland, literally. To which European capital city did he send his heart post-mortem? Apparently, he was afraid of being buried alive, so that's one of the reasons he had them take out his heart, and then they put it in a jar of cognac, scientists believe, which was used for preserving organs. And then he shipped it off.
I mean, they say whiskey is the way to a man's heart, but I feel like that's taking it one step too far.
Yeah. Okay, so...
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry everybody had to hear that.
Oh, we love it. Do more.
You got to be careful what you ask for, Joe.
I always are careful what I ask for. All right.
The answer is Warsaw. 33% of people got that. That's pretty good.
That's really
I
good.
actually lived in Warsaw, and I went past the church where it is, but I do not believe that I ever went in and saw the heart. You can't really see the heart, but like you can see the monument or whatever there is.
Yeah, I think the airport is named after Frédéric Chopin in Warsaw.
That might be true. I don't remember. He is
What were you doing? What brought you to Poland?
I lived there
Studying.
for
Sorry, go ahead.
I lived there for 5 years because of my father's job.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Joe?
No, I didn't. I just
really like airports.
I just like airports. Sorry.
That would be a good Jeopardy question, so I understand why you would know.
That is a big. Yeah, I was studying airports for Jeopardy, and notable people named airports after them because they're famous. That's the goal for me. Be famous enough to have an airport named after me.
That's fair enough.
Catherine,
That's a lofty goal.
It is. Oh God. I gotta deal with two of you now. Jeez. Okay.
Catherine, what other cities did you live in besides Warsaw?
Tokyo, and for 3 months I lived outside of Frankfurt, and then I also lived in Detroit. Well, outside of Detroit, I lived in Oakland.
Very exotic.
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Can you tell my dad works for a car company?
Yeah.
Okay.
The worldliest of cities.
There are actually a fair amount of immigrant communities in Detroit because it's a relatively low cost of living.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad for making fun of Detroit. So to the city
How
of
dare you,
Detroit, I
Jason?
apologize.
How dare you?
I know. Actually, speaking of Northwestern, the mayor of Detroit, Mayor Duggan, is the uncle of someone who we went to college with.
Oh, really?
What college did you go to?
I went to Northwestern University. His niece was my very first friend at Northwestern.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun facts with Jason.
All right.
When it comes up in my round.
Oh, no. Okay, so Fabio. Everyone knows Fabio. He's an iconic model for romance book covers in the 1980s and the 1990s. But did you know he is also recognizable from a 1996 ad campaign? Tell me which brand. Is it for Volkswagen? I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. Gateway Computers. The Gap Inc. I learned this as I was building this quiz, and I watched some YouTube videos, and I can tell you that this ad campaign was definitely inspired by George of the Jungle, which is one of the best movies ever. So, yes.
Colin.
I think, Colin, maybe you're giving away the answer before the time is up.
Time is up. Time is up.
So,
oh, I'm sorry. It's just me, fashion model Fabio, here to endorse. I can't believe it's not butter.
Quick question, Fabio. How did it feel when you were riding that roller coaster and that bird crashed in your face?
Oh, I forgot about that. It didn't feel good.
So the answer is I Can't Believe It's Not Butter.
Goodness.
And I highly recommend going and watching the ad campaigns because it's pretty great.
Yeah, there's like it has its spin-off where they do the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter spread, and he shows his range as an actor where he has to add spread to his line. I can't believe it's not butter spread. Or no, it's spray. It's spray. Anyway.
Spray, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Colin.
You know, my Fabio trivia is limited. All right. But I got that one.
You did. Good job. 67% of people got it. So I don't know if it's that you put up that picture, but good job, everybody.
Sorry. I was looking at the timer, but anyway, my apologies.
No problem. Question 8 is the last one, and it is worth 5 points. So don't front. We all rang in the new year watching the Duke of Hastings lick a spoon. Name 5 of the 8 Bridgerton siblings. Alphabetical order is not necessary, but it may help you. That's all I'm going to say about it.
I will admit I have not seen Bridgerton.
Well, then you are going to have some trouble with this question, my friend.
Sure am. Let me see if I can come up with some names here.
Yeah, I'm just going full on English names.
I think I got 5.
I know one name. I know one.
I burn for this question. That's a Bridgerton reference, folks.
Mm-hmm.
That is a Bridgerton reference. Have you read the book, Jason?
I've not read the book. I feel like I should, but I actually I only read Regency romance from one author, and her name is Katherine Grant.
Obviously, you got to be brand loyal. You can't spread out.
Yeah, exactly. No. Everybody has one author that they read exclusively, and that's it.
Yeah. All right. So the Bridgerton siblings are named in alphabetical order by their age. So the first one is Anthony. The second one is Benedict. The third one is Colin. And then there's Daphne, Eloise, Francesca, Gregory, and Hyacinth. So the most popular one was Eloise, which is a little surprising to me, but not really, because she's definitely one of the best characters. Anthony is 40%, Daphne is 40%, 27% of people got Colin, and 13% of people got Benedict. But it looks like 53% of people didn't get anything. Sorry.
Got to submit those answers, folks.
Yeah, I didn't submit my answers. I knew Daphne because I had a Reddit question about Phoebe Dynevor. But I guessed Samantha, Carrie, Charlotte, and
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, we have some Eloise stands in the comments.
Nice.
Eloise.
I mean, I feel like Eloise and Penelope for me are both like I can't choose between them. So that's why I say one of the best.
I don't want to spoil anything. But here's my Bridgerton take: is I wish the venture between the Queen and Eloise had been explored more, because I got really excited when it started and then it ended quickly.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. We won't spoil it for Cullen and Joe, but
No, they're
Catherine,
definitely
you-
going to end this and then watch Bridgerton. So
yes.
It's absolutely on my list. I have 2 small children, and I watch a lot of children's programming.
we definitely don't want to watch Bridgerton around children.
Yeah.
There's no Daniel Tiger in Bridgerton.
Well, there should be.
You hear me? You hear us, Shonda? Put some Daniel Tiger. Don't be a coward.
Calling you out. Calling you out.
So that's the romance round. Thanks everyone for playing, and I hope you had fun.
Well done.
Fun,
Well done.
Thank you.
All right. Joe. Oh, Cullen, go ahead.
No, I was pointing at nothing.
Okay. Joe, I have a question for you that I would like all of us to be here for, which is as a 3-time Jeopardy champion, what is the toughest question that you got correct on Jeopardy? And I would like to see if any of us can get to the answer.
Oh boy, I will have to pull it up. When they talk about, let's see, there's this phenomenon on the show where for some reason you'll be on the show and you'll pull an answer out of nowhere, but because maybe like the pressure's on or something, and you would know it when you were on the show, but when you're just watching from home, you probably would not pull it at all. That's what happened to me with this question. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Hopefully you get it. It has to do with the category was all about Manchester, the Mancunian candidate or something like that, and it was something I pulled out of nowhere, absolutely out of nowhere. So let me pull it up here. For actions in France during World War I, Manchester-born John Thomas was awarded this top British award for bravery.
Is it the Victoria Cross?
It is the Victoria Cross. Well done.
Catherine
Absolutely.
Grant.
You know,
Well
I'm an
done.
English historical romance writer. I got to know these things.
That's a
No, of course, it
valid
didn't
point.
exist in my time period.
That's a valid point. Well done.
Well
Absolutely
done.
well done.
I should obviously go on Jeopardy.
You should.
Of course, you can take the Jeopardy. I encourage everyone to take the Jeopardy test online. You can take it anytime you want. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, we've got
Thanks, Jen.
Catherine Stans saying to go on Jeopardy.
Jen Trin, by the way, who wrote that in, is an amazing contemporary romance author. You should read her books, the Girlfriend series. They're about rock climbing and romance.
Ooh.
Rock climbing and romance. That sounds like a great Tinder profile.
Oh, define
Sure.
great.
Manchester is in the northwestern part of the UK.
That's awesome. Yeah. Jason, you asked for it tonight.
No, this is 100% on me. Joe Nguyen, one final question for you,
Sure.
which is, what is the best piece of advice you can give to somebody who wants to go on Jeopardy or any kind of trivia game show?
Sure. For me, preparation for Jeopardy was watch a lot of Jeopardy, watch a lot of game shows. Some of us, like the trivia folks, just love imbibing knowledge, love knowing just weird random facts. If you're the type of person that like, oh, what was the name of that guy in that movie? And you have to compulsively look it up on your phone and have to look up the name and like, oh, it's Rupert Everett or something for some dumb name or something that's a real person's name for something. You're the type of person that should be on Jeopardy. And I highly encourage everyone to do so. Watch Jeopardy, watch game shows, and play trivia. Do things like this, play trivia. You'll have fun. It should be fun. If you want to work on your weaknesses, figure out what your weaknesses are and study those. Because the fun part of trivia is getting out of your comfort zone and learning about things that you may not encounter for a lot of your life. So that's my advice. You should be studying, but having fun for the most part, because that's what trivia is all about. It's not about winning or losing. It's about having fun.
Sometimes it's about winning, though.
Yeah, and Joe asked a.
Jason?
So this is not tonight. Not tonight. Tonight is for fun.
And Joe, you were on recently on a game show. Are you limited to what game shows you can go on?
They give you like a year. They have to like wait a year after a show airs before you can go on another game show. So that's pretty much the limitation. I'm not sure what other limitations there might be. I have tried. Sent out an application to be on The Chase because The Chase looks super fun and that has a lot of money. I don't know if they'll match me up against. Yeah, The Chase is awesome.
The British version.
The British version is great.
Yeah.
The American version's super cool too. But I'm not sure if they'll preclude me because I have played against Ken Jennings before and lost on television.
Or a rematch.
They could set up a rematch. I don't know. That's one proposition that I would love to be a part of. Yeah, that's the only thing I do know about restrictions.
Yeah.
Colin, have you ever been on a game show? Catherine's been on Ask Me Anything, Ask Me Another.
Yep.
And Joe's been on multiple.
I was there was some bar game show that was trying to be Cash Cab, I think, that they went around. I can't remember what it was called, and it was just like some quick questions you could like risk everything, and the questions got more difficult, just like any game show. That's the limit of it. I never applied. Oh, that's not true. There was the I wasn't on it, but I was waiting in line or waiting online to the million-second quiz. Remember when that was in New York?
Yeah.
And that ended up just being maybe not the best concept, but you could. The entire show lasted 1 million seconds, and the longer you could stay in the hot seat was how much money you earned. But there was just this huge cattle call. Like they reached out to like anybody associated with trivia at all, and then you would take these tests, and it was anyway. I didn't get on the show.
I play in a trivia league that has been organized by the founder or the winner of that game show.
Really?
Donovan. He's a super nice guy. I found out that Meredith was on Family Feud yesterday. I found out that she was in college.
Yeah.
Our NYC Trivia League host, Andrew Colford, was on this past season of Weakest Link.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was on the Weakest Link.
Gotta check that out.
Jane Lynch just grills him about some stupid question that he missed and how he met his girlfriend, also former NYC Trivia League host Samantha.
Yeah.
So yeah, check it out. See some familiar faces in the NYC Trivia League world.
Yeah, watch game shows.
Watch game shows.
Trivia people.
Play trivia. Play
trivia. I was on Cash Cab, for the record.
Hurrah! Oh, there you go.
Yeah. We're everywhere. How much money did I win? I don't remember, but you can find my episode and watch it.
Oh, very fancy way to sneak out of IRS reporting. I don't remember how much money I won.
It's not a secret. It's on my tax return. Let's move on to round number 4. We're running late here, and that's my fault for the banter. So I take full responsibility. Round number 4 tonight is going to be our wordplay round of the evening. I had a lot of fun writing this. Like Cullen, I too knew that we had an author coming on the show, and so I wanted to highlight that. So this is a before and after round, all about where at least one answer is a book. And if you haven't played before and after, the way it works is I will give you one clue that has 2 parts. Those 2 will overlap by a single word, and you will combine those. So, for example, if I said a large green area in New York City and a train station on the east side of Manhattan, the answers to those are, let's flip them around, but it's Grand Central and Central Park. So you would write Grand Central Park. I'm glad that we all understand how it works now and nobody on the internet has any questions. So let's go ahead and start round number 4. This is our book before and after. Question number 1. This 1989 James Bond film could have been very different if, instead of chasing a drug lord in Mexico, Timothy Dalton flew to Alabama to defend a falsely accused black man in court.
I don't know, James Bond.
I know you know the second part, and I believe in you to work backwards.
But I think this category, you're going to get be able to get back at me because I have an English degree from Northwestern, and we'll see whether that pans out here.
You'll get at least a few of these, I promise. And not, it's not like both parts are books. There's only one book, so you could still know half the answer. So question number 1, the James Bond film is License to Kill, so this is License to Kill a Mockingbird.
Yep.
Born to Kill a Mockingbird.
Born to Kill a Mockingbird. Let's see what we probably got some good answers for this one. Born to Kill a Mockingbird, Time to Kill a Mockingbird, Dressed to Kill a Mockingbird, Once Upon a Time to Kill.
So that's mine. And I was thinking of the John Grisham book, A Time to Kill.
Uh-huh.
And then because of Mexico, I was thinking about Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and I couldn't shake it. And it's a bad answer. It's a really bad answer.
It's not my favorite answer though, because my favorite answer is Octopussy Court.
Love that movie, Pussy Court. What a great movie.
What a great movie. Here's number 2. This Empress of Russia was the country's longest ruling leader until she came to America, sought out a green light at the end of a dock in the East Egg, and was murdered.
Have you seen? Well, okay, I'll ask you after. I don't want to.
I know what you're saying,
Okay.
but I have seen.
It's
I
so
enjoyed
good.
it. Yeah.
All right, we are ticking down. Just a few seconds left. Answers are flying in. All right, Catherine, what were you going to ask?
Have you seen The Great on Hulu?
I've not seen The Great on Hulu. I haven't even heard of The Great on Hulu.
Oh, no, you haven't?
Satirical history of Catherine the Great, starring Elle Fanning and Nicholas Hoult.
Holt.
And it is like Game of Thrones meets comedy meets a lot of sex.
That's
very
Game of Thrones. That's still Game of Thrones, though.
Okay. It's like Game of Thrones, but in Russia.
Right.
Oh, that sounds excellent. I'm going to add it to the list. So check in with me next week about whether or not I've watched The Great yet. Okay. Question number... Oh, the answer, by the way, is Catherine the Great Gatsby. So 2/3 of our players getting that one right tonight. Question number 3. This Marvel epic chronicles a fight between Captain America and Iron Man with their respective allies and 5 aristocratic families in Russia after the Napoleonic invasion. This is a little bit of a long one, but I am very proud of it.
I feel like Lexi's going to be mad at me. I'm not sure.
Say again?
I feel like Lexi is going to be mad at me because I'm not sure I got this right.
Why would Lexi be mad at you?
Because she's all things Captain America, right? No?
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Nope, that's not her. The answer is... hold on 1 second, please. Now, the answer that you're going to see is going to be wrong. And I have fixed it for the people who got it right, but it should be Captain America, Civil War and Peace. It says the Avengers, Civil War and Peace, but if you wrote Captain America, Civil War and Peace, you got that point. I also see Avengers, Endgame of Czars.
Game of Czars.
And Russian Civil War, which is just a thing. That's not a movie, yeah. Question number 4 in this round. America's favorite nonagenarian decides Hollywood is no longer for her and moves to the Arctic to live out her dreams of being a sled dog. Though she is traded and almost killed several times, she survives, is loved, and watches the sunset with her puppies. Captain Marvel, Katie, not Captain America.
Oh, very different. So
Very different. No, that's okay. That's okay. I was particularly proud when this popped into my head at 1 a.m. and wrote it down on my phone, and then went to sleep and wrote the question the next day.
I feel like it's good, but I cannot remember the answer.
Well, I can tell you the answer because the timer has just expired. And the answer to this question is Betty White Fang.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
You're saying it's not Lauren Bacall of the Wild?
It's not, and it's also not. It's not Betty Whiteout, Betty Whiteclaw, or just Balto. Lord
Balto
Bacall of the Wild.
Yeah, what would Betty Snow Dogs? I don't. What was a movie called Whiteout though, right? Or anyway, Lucille.
Sure. Lucille Balto. We're getting in the chat.
That's a good one. I like that one.
That is a good one. Question number 5 in our book before and after round. In this 1971 film, Clint Eastwood is on his first case with the SFPD to track down a mass murderer who, for some reason, killed his final 2 victims, but only scarred their infant son's forehead with a lightning bolt. This is my palate cleanser, Joe.
All right, I see. This is what it is. This is what it's about.
Yeah.
How detailed in the second part do you want me to be?
You're fine.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Clock is ticking. Get those answers in, folks. I see them flying in here. It looks like just about everybody has submitted the same answer, which is, in fact, the correct answer, which is, of course, Dirty Harry Potter.
I think it could have been the Enforcerer's Stone.
The Enforcer.
The Enforcerer's Stone. I think, depending on the year when the Enforcer came out in the Dirty Harry lineup. Anyway,
that would have been a good one, but I did not think of it. Question number 6. A mouse is adopted from an orphanage by 4 poor sisters in Massachusetts. As the mouse searches for his birth parents, the girls live through the American Civil War, grow into womanhood, get married, travel, and more.
Oh boy! Speaking of amazing title drops,
yeah,
this is a monster one. I love this title drop in the second part.
Well, you'll have to wait another 10 seconds or so before you can reveal it. You got it?
No, I don't have it. Oh, no, I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Hurry, Cullen, hurry. Hurry. Did you get it in time?
I did, I think.
Okay. What did you write, Cullen?
Stuart Little Women.
Yep. When Bob Odenkirk walks in and says, "Oh, my Stuart Little."
We also got Chicken Little Women, which was a good answer, and Dr. Doolittle Women, which is very clever.
Would watch that.
Well done, but it was Stuart Little Women. Question number 7. An aging fisherman named Santiago struggles to catch a marlin off the coast of Cuba, so he becomes a boxer, goes blind in one eye, and then becomes a successful jockey with a horse who'd previously lost many races. I was proud of this one, too. I just really like Before and After.
Before and After is great. If you don't know
You should go
one,
on
you
Wheel
can
of
try to
Fortune.
solve it. Wheel of Fortune do a lot of before and afters. Jeopardy does a lot of before and afters. I think those are the only 2 venues on television that does before and after.
I was about to say Quiz Night America, but we're not on television. We're just here on the internet, and we're glad to have all of you watching us. The timer is up, so this one is The Old Man and the Sea Biscuit. And
really
looks like
wasn't
60% of our players got that. Well done. I also see King of Seabiscuit, King of the Seabiscuit, and Water's Raging Bull.
Oh, that's a good one.
And here we are, question number 8. This is our final question of the round. Let's take a quick look at the scores and standings. In third place, we've got Adrian's Pecs with 22 points. In second place, it's Squirtle Squad with 29 points. And in first place with 34 points, that seems to be an insurmountable lead. So Team Catherine will have its first place winner tonight. It's Union Square Lovers.
Amazing.
So here,
thank you, Union Square Lovers.
Thank you, Union Square Lovers.
Woo!
So here is question number 8 in the round. Dante, along with Virgil and others, makes his way through hell, purgatory, and finally heaven to understand humanity's relationship with itself, religion, and death. When Dante and Virgil's long-lost identical twins who share their names show up, chaos and hijinks ensue until their parents explain the situation. Yeah, it is a mouthful.
I have no idea.
This is our 3-pointer. It's definitely a hard one, but it's a goodie. It gave my brain that little tickle, that little trivia tickle.
I put an answer, but it's definitely not right.
What was your answer, Katherine Grant?
Dante's Inferno Parent Trap.
I was thinking Parent Trap as well.
So, Cullen, did you get an answer? Joe, did you get an answer?
I did.
What did
I
you
think I
get?
got the right answer. Colin, you first.
Well, that means that he did get the right answer.
I did.
I went with Paradise Lost, and then I was just trying to think of some movie or maybe something that you would think is clever, and I said Lost and Found. I don't even know if that's a movie, but my answer is Paradise Lost and Found.
Okay, Joe, before you jump in, that's not correct, Cullen, by the way.
Yeah, terrible.
Joe, before you jump in, let me read a couple more answers here. We see we've got Inferno Clue, Dante's Inferno Country for Old Men, and Disco Inferno.
Those are
But
great.
the answer I was looking for, what was it, Joe Wynn?
Well, they're on the right track.
Champ.
The Inferno is one of 3 parts in what's Dante's called the Divine Comedy. And the Shakespeare play where this comes up is the Comedy of Errors.
That's it, the Divine Comedy of Errors.
My English degree is revoked.
It's okay, so is my film degree. We're just a couple of Northwestern rejects tonight.
I am
We have
holding
to,
strong
like,
with my I'm holding strong with my several classes at UCB. That has not been tarnished at any point.
At least you didn't, give Paradise Lost to Dante. John Milton's a little upset with me right now. Anyway,
folks, that's a trivia show.
Hurrah!
Hurrah! Thank you again, Joe Nguyen. Thank you again, Katherine Grant. Folks, remember, you can get Catherine's first book for free by going to bit.ly/Q&A March. The Ideal Countess by Katherine Grant. An award-winning book. Don't forget to tip the trivia list. I wasn't going to say it, but since you've said it, you can Venmo us or use. Sorry, say that again, Catherine. My internet's just a little laggy.
I'm sorry. I didn't interrupt you. I was just saying you would have spent the money on beer.
You would have spent the money on beer anyway, so you can Venmo us at the trivia list, or you can also use the credit card widget on your screen right now. Thank you both again, Cullen. Thank you, and from everyone here at the trivia list. Remember to follow us on Twitch, on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter. We are at the trivia list basically everywhere except TikTok. We're at Triv Talk. Can we get on the next cover because we won?
It will just be you and Josh on my book cover. Make it.
Mel, on that picture will be taken on the other side of the tracks. Folks, have a great night, everybody. Thank you for being here. We love you all. We'll see you next week with more Quiz Night America. And tomorrow with the movie quiz with Chris Mann Nelson right here on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/thetrivialist. Bye, folks.